2004 to 2010. Berlin's Twitter account posted a line from her autobiography when she died, which reads, "I look at the stars. It's a clear night and the Milky Way seems so near. That's where I'll be going soon." Legendary broadcaster Larry King died from COVID-19 complications on January 23, 2021. He was 87 years old. The suspender-clad star was famous for not necessarily asking the hard questions, but for his easygoing nature that allowed his subjects to reveal their true personalities in other ways. As his infamous interview with Jerry Seinfeld showed, King was able to calm Seinfeld down and reroute the increasingly heated conversation when Seinfeld got offended by one of King's questions. Close call, Larry.
We'll be right back. Jeez.
King's career began in Miami, and he became a big name for CNN in 1985 with Larry King Live. Throughout the years, King interviewed all sorts of celebrities and notable figures, from Vladimir Putin to LeBron James. In 2012, he co-founded the Aura Network and hosted his own online interview series. Since the 1980s, King faced several health struggles, including a heart attack and stroke, but nothing slowed him down. In 2020, King told people, "I have less of a fear of dying now. I'm 86 and it is what it is. I just want to keep working until the end. I'd like to die at work. I'll retire right there." Cicely Tyson died on January 28, 2021 at 96 years old. Tyson started as a model before getting her big movie break in 1959 with Odds Against Tomorrow, alongside Harry Belafonte. Following a string of TV gigs, she was later nominated for an Oscar for her work in 1972's Sounder. Tyson wasn't just an acclaimed movie star. Her small-screen work was both prolific and critically lauded, including her titular role in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, which won her 2 Emmys, and her part in 1963's East Side, West Side, which was the first ever recurring part for a black actress on a TV drama. Throughout her 6-decade career, Tyson vehemently refused to play the type of character she deemed detrimental to the image of black women. While promoting her memoir, Just As I Am, in her final interview just one day before her death, she told Live with Kelly and Ryan, "I never thought that I would be nominated for an Oscar. Never. But I used to view the event every year, and one night I watched it and I said, I'm going to sit in that front row one day. And I ended up doing that for the role of Rebecca in Sounder." Saved by the Bell alum Dustin Diamond, who rose to fame for his portrayal of Samuel Screech Powers, died on February 1st, 2021 from stage 4 lung cancer, TMZ reports. He was 44 years old. The former child star's condition was only diagnosed in mid-January, but quickly worsened as he underwent chemotherapy treatments. Diamond had a complicated relationship with his former co-stars after penning the 2009 tell-all book, Behind the Bell, in which he alleged that his castmates engaged in illegal activities on set. Even so, Diamond's Saved by the Bell co-stars were among the celebs who honored him following his death. Lopez noted on Instagram, "Dustin, you will be missed, my man. The fragility of this life is something never to be taken for granted. Prayers for your family will continue on." Actor, director, and writer Hal Holbrook died on January 23, 2021 at age 95. Holbrook was most famous for portraying Mark Twain in a series of one-man shows spanning a whopping 6 decades, winning a Tony Award for his role in Mark Twain Tonight in 1966. Holbrook turned to drama in boarding and military schools in his youth and majored in the subject at Denison University. He performed in productions while serving in World War II, and upon returning home, was cast in the soap opera The Brighter Day. By the mid-1950s, Holbrook performed as Twain on The Ed Sullivan Show and made his Broadway debut in 1961 with Do You Know the Milky Way? He was a stage and screen fixture, especially in television, winning an Emmy for miniseries Lincoln and playing Deep Throat in All the President's Men in 1976. In 2008, Holbrook, then 82, became the oldest actor ever to be nominated for an Academy Award for his role in Into the Wild. Holbrook said that playing Twain was therapeutic, telling SFGate, "Mark Twain's opinions let me express my reactions to the way we behave, the ways we think and don't think, and the crazy mistakes we keep making." Alaskan Bush People patriarch Billy Brown died on February 7, 2021, following a seizure. He was 68 years old. Billy's son, Bear Brown, confirmed the news on his private Instagram account, writing, "He was our best friend, a wonderful and loving dad, granddad, and husband, and he will be dearly missed. He lived his life on his terms, off the grid and off the land, and taught us to live like that as well." Billy, a Texas native, was a commercial fisherman and hunter. After losing his parents and sister in a plane crash when he was 16 years old, he eventually met wife Amy and moved with her from Texas to Alaska. It's here that they would go on to raise their 7 children and become reality TV staples. Discovery said in a statement to People, "We are devastated to hear of Billy Brown's sudden passing. He has been part of the Discovery family for years. A trailblazer, a lovely man, and most definitely one of a kind. Our heart is with his family and those that knew him and deal with this devastating loss." Conservative talk radio host Rush Limbaugh died on February 17, 2021, following a lung cancer diagnosis. He was 70 years old. Born in 1951 to a family of Republicans, Limbaugh took advantage of Ronald Reagan's shelving of the Fairness Doctrine to launch his right-wing radio empire in the 80s in California before moving to the New York market. In 2001, Limbaugh revealed he was nearly deaf and underwent cochlear implants and learned to read lips. Sadly, 5 years later, he was arrested for prescription fraud for allegedly doctor shopping for painkillers. Then President Donald Trump awarded Limbaugh, a supporter of charities for fallen military and police families, with the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2020. Actor Yaphet Kotto died on March 15, 2021, at 81 years old, Variety reported. He worked on stage with Judy Holliday as a mentor, then moved to television, earning an Emmy nomination for his portrayal of Idi Amin in 1977's Raid on Entebbe. Kotto's physical size impacted his career. He told the Baltimore Sun, "I'm a 200-pound, 6'3" black guy, and I think I have this image of a monster. It's very difficult." His film work placed him alongside heavyweights Robert Redford in Brubaker, Robert De Niro in Midnight Run, Roger Moore in Live and Let Die, Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Running Man, and Sigourney Weaver in Alien. His Redford in Brubaker, Robert De Niro in Midnight Run, Roger Moore in Live and Let Die, Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Running Man, and Sigourney Weaver in Alien. His star turn was Homicide: Life on the Street, premiering in 1993. However, Kotto rejected major roles because of their portrayal of black characters. He told the Globe and Mail, "I was offered a part in Glory, which I refused, because for me, it purported to be about a black experience and was really about the white guy. Do you see me taking orders like that? I couldn't see myself in driving Miss Daisy either, playing the chauffeur, taking it from some old lady. Some other actor may be able to put that on and make it look real, but I couldn't do it." On March 23, 2021, actor George Segal died at 87 years old from complications during bypass surgery. Segal's most recent role was as Albert Pop Solomon in the sitcom The Goldbergs, but his career spanned 6 decades. In addition to starring in a few old TV adaptations, his film career was stellar. The actor starred in Where's Papa?, Bye Bye Braverman, Fun with Dick and Jane, and The Owl and the Pussycat. Even more, he was nominated for an Oscar for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. He also had small but memorable roles in projects like The Cable Guy and Entourage. He once told the New York Times of his ubiquity, saying, "I'm like a cork in the water, aren't I? I keep bobbing up in all sorts of places, although I never know in advance where or when." Comedy icon Jessica Walter died on March 24, 2021. She was 80 years old. While her career was nearly 6 decades long, she was most famous for her roles as Lucille Bluth on Arrested Development and Mallory Archer in Archer. In 2012, she told the AV Club that playing twisted, troubled characters was her favorite forte. She shared, "Lucky me, because those are the fun roles. They're juicy, much better than playing the vanilla ingenues, you know, Miss Vanilla Ice Cream." Archer creator Adam Reed said in a statement to Deadline, "The Archer family is heartbroken to lose Jessica Walter, our beloved colleague and friend. Jessica was a consummate professional, an actor's actor, and the exact opposite of Mallory Archer. Warm, caring, and kind, with an absolutely cracking sense of humor. And it was both a privilege and a true honor to work with her over these many years. She will be greatly missed, but never forgotten. Beloved children's author Beverly Cleary died on March 25, 2021. She was 104 years old. As a young girl, Cleary struggled with reading and was in her grade's lowest ability reading group, her website notes, which led her to sympathize with struggling readers and eventually to write books that readers of multiple age levels would be able to embrace. Cleary penned a total of 39 books, including 2 memoirs, throughout her long, illustrious life, winning the 1984 John Newbery Medal for Dear Mr. Henshaw, and Newbery Honors for Ramona and Her Father, and Ramona Quimby, age 8. Musician Kevin Clark, who starred in School of Rock as a child, died on May 26, 2021, at age 32, the Chicago Sun-Times reported. Clark was riding his bicycle when he was struck by a vehicle and died at a nearby hospital. Clark, who played drums in the film, had no plans on being an actor, his mother told the outlet, but loved music and also played violin, piano, and guitar. After School of Rock, Clark taught music at a local School of Rock location and was in several bands. Upon Clark's death, Black posted photos with the drummer from their 2003 film together, as well as hanging out in 2018 on Instagram. Black wrote, "Devastating news. Kevin is gone. Way too soon. Beautiful soul. So many great memories. Heartbroken. Sending love to his family and the whole School of Rock community." Olympia Dukakis died at 89 on May 1st, 2021. Her brother Apollo announced on Facebook following many months of failing health. Olympia had bit parts in film and on television before her breakout role as Rose Pastorini in Moonstruck in 1987, which won her a Best Supporting Actress Oscar. Olympia followed with blockbusters Working Girl, Look Who's Talking, and Steel Magnolias. In 1993, she starred in Tales of the City, a role she reprised in Further Tales of the City in 2001 and the miniseries 2019 reboot. She frequently played characters much older than her actual age, starring as then 32-year-old Dustin Hoffman's mother in John and Mary in 1969 when she was just 38. Olympia told the New York Times of her career, "I always played older. I think it was the voice." Cher tweeted in tribute to her longtime friend, "Olympia played my mom in Moonstruck, and even though her part was that of a suffering wife, we laughed all the time. She would tell me how much she loved Louis, her handsome, talented husband. I talked to her 3 weeks ago. R.I.P., dear one." Actor Paul Ritter died at home surrounded by his wife, Holly, and sons Noah and Frank on April 5th, 2021. Ritter was 54 years old and had been diagnosed with a brain tumor, his representatives confirmed to People. Ritter's rep shared in a statement to the outlet, "Paul was an exceptionally talented actor playing an enormous variety of roles on stage and screen with extraordinary skill. He was fiercely intelligent, kind, and very funny. We will miss him greatly." Ritter was a fixture in blockbusters, appearing in films like Quantum of Solace, Friday Night Dinner, The Game, and TV miniseries Chernobyl. Ritter is also an accomplished stage actor, being nominated for an Olivier Award twice and a Tony Award in 2009 for his stage performances. According to The Guardian, Ritter will appear posthumously in a 10-year anniversary special for Friday Night Dinner, so we can look forward to seeing Ritter one more time.
Absolutely terrific.
Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, died on April 9, 2021, at 99 years old in Windsor Castle. Buckingham Palace announced, with the Queen expressing her, quote, "deep sorrow over the news." The Duke had previously been hospitalized for nearly a month for a heart condition and went home in March, the BBC reported. Before becoming a fixture of the British Royals, Philip served in the Navy in World War II and was an accomplished carriage driver, helping to actually create and popularize the sport. His youngest son, Prince Edward, previously said of Philip, "My father, plain and simply, is very modest about himself and doesn't believe in talking about himself. One of his best pieces of advice he gives to everybody is talk about everything else. Don't talk about yourself. Nobody's interested in you." Ever cheeky and outspoken, Philip himself echoed that in an interview with BBC. When asked if he felt he was successful in his royal role, he scoffed, I couldn't care less. Who cares what I think about it? I mean, it's ridiculous. Actor Helen McCrory died on April 16, 2021. She was 52 years old. Her husband, actor Damian Lewis, tweeted about her death, writing, "I'm heartbroken to announce that after a heroic battle with cancer, the beautiful and mighty woman that is Helen McCrory has died peacefully at home, surrounded by a wave of love from friends and family. She died as she lived, fearlessly. God, we love her and know how lucky we are to have had her in our lives. She blazed so brightly. Go now, little one, into the air, and thank you." McCrory told Idler in 2019 that her East African upbringing caused her to enjoy the, quote, "minutia of life." And on the subject of her own personal happiness, she once told stylists, "I don't know that I've always been confident and self-assured, but I've never been all that self-conscious. I find what's going on around me far more interesting than..." Best known for playing Holly Gray in Peaky Blinders, the versatile star also portrayed Draco Malfoy's mother in the Harry Potter franchise. Her other big screen credits include Skyfall, The Queen, and Hugo. McCrory's diverse roles will surely be remembered.
It means full monotony. Yes.
Paul Mooney died on May 19, 2021, after suffering a heart attack, TMZ reported. He was 79. Mooney's first foray into show business was as a ringmaster in a circus. He moved on to comedy, famously penning material for Richard Pryor. He later wrote for Sanford & Son, In Living Color, and perhaps most famously, Chappelle's Show, on which he also appeared in recurring sketches. Mooney was particularly proud of reclaiming the N-word in his and Pryor's work, explained memoir Black is the New White. When Richard and I use it on stage in front of an audience with both white and black folks in it, we're saying something that white people can't. It's forbidden to them, but allowed to us. Ain't too many things like that. It's liberating. Dave Chappelle paid tribute to Mooney in a brief interview with TMZ. He shared, "I want to shout out every comedian on earth. One of the best that ever did it. His legacy will live forever." He added that Mooney was one of the very first black writers to join the Writers Guild, saying, "Paul Mooney will be sorely missed and wildly remembered. I'll see to that." Perhaps most famous for portraying the recurring character of Billy Merchant on NBC's The Office, actor Mark York died on May 19, 2021, in Ohio's Miami Valley Hospital, Variety reported. York's cause of death is reportedly an unspecified but sudden illness. He was 55 years old. York had few appearances before getting his gig as the Scranton Office Park property manager in the early seasons of The Office. He first appeared in the season 2 episode called The Injury, in which he speaks at a disability awareness meeting for Dunder Mifflin. Following his success on popular comedy series, York became an inventor and received at least 2 patents before his death. According to his obituary for Variety, York always tried to look at what he could accomplish and do, not what he couldn't do. He had experienced many travel opportunities and many dreams for the future. Even more, he was also known for his outgoing, uplifting, positive attitude and personality. Samuel E. Wright, most famous for voicing Sebastian the Crab in Disney's animated The Little Mermaid, died on May 24, 2021, following a 3-year battle with prostate cancer, The Hollywood Reporter confirmed. He was 74 years old. Wright started out on Broadway and then starred in the sitcom Ball 4 in 1976, then became a cop in the 1980 Dukes of Hazzard spin-off series, Enos. In 1984, he got his first Tony Award nomination for The Tap Dance Kid. His second came in 1998 for his portrayal of Mufasa in Disney's Broadway production of The Lion King. He also starred in the film Bird, directed by Clint Eastwood as Jazz Ivy and Dizzy Gillespie. Wright's turn as the grumpy composer Crab was his most illustrious, and his vocals contributed to the Best Original Song Oscar win for Under the Sea. His lead on Kiss the Girl was nominated in the same category. He reprised the role of Sebastian and recorded voiceovers and songs for prequels, sequels, and other appearances under the Disney umbrella. He told the Los Angeles Times in 1991, "I approach all of my roles with the same fervor. Maybe not every actor would say this, but if I didn't want to be immortal, I wouldn't be acting. I do want to make my little mark on the world." Sadly, these aren't the only celebs who have left us in 2021 so far, here are some of the other stars who enhanced many lives and left their mark on the world before leaving us all too soon. B.J. Thomas, Joe Lara and Gwen Shandlin, Clarence Williams III, Gavin MacLeod, Charles Grodin, Tawny Katane, DMX, Craig Mums Grant, Larry Flint, Mary Wilson, Marion Ramsey, Tommy Lasorda, Phil Spector, Cloris Leachman, Sophie, Christopher Plummer. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nikki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.
Wala.